today, an important game against Lake Lehman has been moved to tomorrow. So girls lacrosse play will be at Lake Lehman tomorrow at 5. Please make note of that change. Student life, in terms of activities, a reminder to check your email in terms of announcements that are going on. SEMDM. The t-shirts for SEMDM will be ordered today, which means you have until noon today to sign up in order to be guaranteed a t-shirt of the size of your choosing, okay? After that, no guarantees in terms of what sizes you may very well get, okay? All right? You know, an extra large might be a little baggy on you, so yeah, perhaps. So sign up for that. Elimination. Elimination is almost ready to kick off, so if you are interested, please sign up. I told Mr. Schaefer, I got to go back a couple of years. Elimination, at the time, an individual who was the director of student life at that time, and Mr. Sellis, signed up for elimination 20 seconds. He lasted 20 seconds. The student who laid in wait outside of Carpenter in the bushes, and when he went out, he lasted 20 seconds. So let's try to, nowhere to go but up from there, right? Make that. So elimination, please sign up for that. Benzow and David Getz. Hands up, Benzow and David Getz. You're in trouble, aren't you? No. Ben and David, can you just show me your... Where? Hey! And Ben, for me, as a favor, please see me after chapter. We got excited and everything. Oh, really? That's it? Sorry about that. And then lastly, please be aware of the scheduling deadlines for underclass individuals to get your schedules in. To help you with that, this Thursday and next Thursday during the lunch hour, department reps will be in the Wallace room to help to answer any questions that you might have in terms of the scheduling process, courses, and other things. So those folks are going to be available. Department reps, thank you in advance for making your time available. There's some good information to be had. Okay? Mr. Vida and the Corral. What wondrous love is this?
What
Thank you, folks. Thank you, Mr. Vida. One of an important Lenten hymn for me, so one that gives me a little chills. A reading from the Hebrew prophet Isaiah. Do not remember the former things, or consider the things of old. I am about to do a new thing, and now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. The wild animals will honor me, the jackals and the ostriches, for I give water in the wilderness, rivers in the desert, to give drink to my chosen people, the people whom I formed for myself, so that they might declare my praise. Within the Judeo-Christian worldview, there is the core belief in renewal, in the possibility that all things, that all individuals can be redeemed. It is part and parcel with the affirmation that God is present in the world, bringing new things to life, healing wounds, restoring relationships. And the stories and songs that attest to God's unlimited mercy and love. The references to a God who is slow to anger and abounding with steadfast love. All these words and images try to bear witness to the conviction that the God of the Bible is a God who is not only the creator and the author of life, but a God who continuously breathes new life into that which is tired, that which is old, or that which is broken. It is a powerful, life-giving message. And two, it is a rejoinder to the nihilistic worldview that rejects the possibility of change or improvement and only speaks of chaos, of hopelessness, of decay. Speaking to a people who had lost everything and who were now captives in Babylon, Isaiah, in his writings that I read, dared to believe that in the midst of defeat and dejection, God was about to do a new thing, something that would bring life to a despondent people. Central to this worldview of God as creator and recreator is the understanding, the belief, the affirmation that humans have a shared responsibility with God to bring about healing, restoration, renewal. As God nurtures things into being, so too should humans. The creation story of Genesis, the first story of the Hebrew and Christian Bibles, extols the creative power of God. It is God who brings all things into existence. And when God creates humankind, he does so with the words, "Let us make humankind in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." In the very first story, there seems to be a sense that human beings have something of a God within them, some bit of the divine within. And with that comes power, certainly, the power to create. But it also comes with it a sense of responsibility. That somehow having that which is divine within us empowers us, empowers you to be a co-creator, a co-recreator with God. So God created humankind in his image. In the image of God, he created them. In the book of Leviticus, when God gives the people of Israel instructions about how to care for the land that comes to be known as the Promised Land, it is very, very, very clear that the Promised Land is only given in trust and should therefore be treated with respect for the divine gift that it is. Yahweh says, the land shall not be sold in perpetuity, for the land is mine. With me you are but aliens and tenants. Throughout the land that you hold, you shall provide for the redemption of the land, thus saith the Lord. In the Jewish tradition, the notion of humanity's responsibility in being stewards of creation is wrapped up in a phrase known as tikkun olam. And I apologize for my poor Hebrew pronunciation. But tikkun olam is a phrase within the Jewish tradition that is oftentimes interpreted as, translated as, repairing the world. It's a very, very important phrase for me. You know, oftentimes we talk about changing the world. I want to change the world. But that's an interesting phrase to use about bringing about change, because there's something patronizing about that notion of imposing change, because it is too easy to get wrong, to be taken the wrong way. It's too easy to be tempted into the belief that the change that you wish to impose is the change, is the one and only change that is demanded, that is required. Perhaps there's a bit of arrogance that lies in that direction. Repairing the world, though, a bit different. And for me, there's a bit more beauty to it. There's a gentleness that comes with the notion about being about the repair of the world. That requires me to give greater attention to the workings of the world, to be sensitive and observant to where things are broken, where things are not working as they should, as well as reflecting upon what actions or non-actions might be necessary to make things whole again. You see, to repair is not about making something into something that it is not. To repair is to help something, to help someone, to help yourself be the best, the fullest that could possibly be. To be committed to such a task of repairing the world demands patience, demands discipline. And this is important for me. Mostly it's important because patience is not one of my greatest strengths. So if I am to take this commitment of being about repairing of the world seriously, I have to do some repairing of me first. Only then can I offer my energy to my fellow traveling companions. If I am to be God's servant in this world, I have to be committed to develop the skill that all great healers have, the ability to stop and really, really listen to those who hurt, to those who are in pain. If I can do that, if I can see and understand another's pain, then I'm well on my way to offer what comfort and support I can. If I can only do that, then truly I am about the holy work that I believe we as humans are called to do. Bringing about healing, bringing about restoration, bringing about renewal to the world. Amen. You are dismissed.